What's up? Peace and love. If you're not living under a rock, when you woke up this morning, the first thing you probably saw was a cell phone. And that's a trip because they are absolutely sucking up all our energy. If you look at a cell phone, the first thing that happens is your energy gets channeled into an application, either Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever application, your energy gets taken into that place. And the trick here is it's great because it helps organize our lives, instant access to information. But the danger is all of our energy is immediately channeled in these different directions. And what that does is it distracts us from the present reality. Now, you may say, I'm not distracted from my present reality, and neither am I. But on a subconscious level, just think about, for example, this. How many times a day do you take a look at your cell phone? Try counting that from the rest of the day and just see how many hours a day do you spend just with that cell phone in your hand. So most people would spend probably well over 2 hours with their cell phone in their hand or looking at it for sure. Now, all that time and all that energy is being taken away from your present environment, from what's going on and who's going on right where you are physically and emotionally and spiritually. And as that energy is being sucked into different directions, it begins to decrease your sense of reality, your sense of passion, your sense of existence in the moment. And you begin either living in the future or you're living in the past. You're either immediately being channeled into what's going on next or what happened just now. But you're never ever able to just exist in the moment. And as this power takes over all of us, it's getting stronger and stronger as the technology gets better and better. And again, the trick is there's a lot of pieces of the technology that are great. It's great to have instant access to all kinds of music. But as this technology grows, we tend to slow down. For example, how many phone numbers can you remember right now? Think about it. When I was growing up, when I was a little kid, I probably remembered a good 10 or 15 phone numbers, and you did probably too. Most people who are over 20 as children can probably recall being able to remember a lot of information just off of your memory. But as this information is transferred onto these devices like the cell phone, the energy that we would have kept for ourselves and kept for our intelligence, we've let it go and allowed this device to basically replace what our brain would be doing. And so as the device replaces more and more activities that should be done by our brain, we lose power and control over our brains. And it's happening on a lot of levels. For example, with children, nowadays, most kids over the age of 3 spend a great deal of time on a tablet. Now, when they're on this tablet, if you're playing games on the internet, you can go from one to the next game, to the next game, to the next game, just like you can on YouTube or any site. Instant access to the next thing. And so they're never playing in the present moment. They're constantly being sucked into the next thing. Or for adults in a relationship, here's a great example. How much time do you spend with the person that you're in a relationship with paying attention to the cell phone as opposed to paying attention to them? And see, what tends to happen is, for example, if one person is looking at their phone, it will subconsciously trigger another person to look at their phone. And so now there's two people in a room together and they're both staring at their phones, looking at completely different information that has nothing to do with their present reality or moment. This may not be all the time, but as the technology gets better and better, it's more and more and more of the time. And so our energy is being taken away from our moment. And so we got to take back the moment. Take back your present situation. Take back your present moment. And so what I've started doing is as soon as I get in the house, we have a basket for the cell phones, and that's it. They go in the basket. Now, I'm not perfect at it. It's a work in progress for me and the person that I'm in a relationship with, but it's a start. Another thing, a good way to start is maybe never ever have any devices at your dining table where you're going to eat as a family, or set a specific amount of time a day where you will say, okay, I'm going to look at my phone, I'm going to check my apps, but then that's it. Because if you go on public transportation, look left and look to the right, and I'm telling you, you could walk on the bus naked, and most people wouldn't even recognize that you're naked because they're too busy on their phones. People are not paying attention to reality, and they're living in virtual reality. So we're already in this matrix, but now with the device, your energy is being taken into another matrix that has millions of matrices within it, within the applications. And so take back the moment, baby. One love. Peace.